Hey everyone, Brian here, and welcome back to another video. This time we are facing the one and only Lokesh BTD. This is of course a post commentary because when we played I didn't have time to live com since my parents were at home, and of course it always feels a bit strange and awkward to be talking when there's like talking and screaming when there's someone else in the house, which is why I usually only do my live comms when I'm alone, so I can scream as much as I want. Anyway, so it's Lokesh. This is the semi-finals of the so-called warm-up tournament for the ultimate BTD Battles tournament that is going to be happening pretty soon. I'm not really too confident in that tournament, in which I mean that I suspect I'll be knocked out round 1, round 2, but we got invited, which is the main thing. There was only 16 people invited, and honestly I'm not even sure if I deserve to be in that top 16, but the organizers chose me anyway, so we will play for a pretty big prize fund. I think it's around $200, which is not bad. Anyway, this is the warm-up tournament versus Lokesh in the semi-finals. It's originally a best of 3, since it's only a warm-up game. There's certain tournament rules that's a bit sticky, but start a map offside, loser picks map. There's a few strategies banned, such as Heli Farm NG. Anyway, let's focus on the gameplay here. We are going NFE and he is going Heli Farm Ice. Heli Farm Ice is probably meta, but I also kind of suck as Heli. So I send him this huge rush with 2 reroll rainbows, and his ices up there, because his Helis were at the back, force a massive reroll farm, which causes him to die. So that's 1-0 to us right there. His loser map is Blast the Populace. And there's a few strategies banned here, but Heli Farm Glue isn't one of them, so I will go this strategy. I don't actually think that Heli Farm Glue can be beat on this map. Heli Farm Ice is a pretty good contender, of course, but Heli Farm Ice is just really hard to play, since your ice spots have to be perfect. You have to do double, triple ice at the right time. Yeah, see, the ice boss over there is pretty awkward, and he is struggling to blacks. He's gonna have to upgrade to a second ice, which he does. And here, he's slightly out farming me, but we have a lot more eco than him. He might send us yellows, in which case we'll just go for eroders, or just double heli, since we can't afford eroders. We're just trying our best not to boost here, because since boosting would be quite bad, because Heli Farm Glue, Heli Farm Ice really needs those boosts at late game, mid game. It makes the difference between a win and an L. Unfortunately, that glue didn't hit the lead, but hopefully it hits it now. There we go. Here, I just send him a small rush, try to force his rotors up, and we probably have around 100 more eco than him. Actually, we probably don't, since he sent us a bunch of yellows round 9. So my plan here was to just go for a bank round 15. Then I realized he's going for his bank round 14, and I probably lose late game, so I just all out him here in hopes that he chokes, but he does not choke. So he sends us a few whites, tries to bait some stuff, and I immediately try and counter him. Now this counter was unsuccessful, but it got pretty close, to be fair. Not really, but yeah. I think next time I will go Heli Farm Ice on Blasted 2. Or just play really, really aggro. I think, yeah, Heli Farm Ice is probably meta there. So next time I will go Heli Farm Ice. Or does Cobra beat it? That's an interesting strategy. You see, I'm not sure if Cobra is still good. I think it is, but on the other hand, it still kind of sucks, I feel like. So I upgrade to a second boat here, which probably isn't the smartest move. As you can see here, I'm leaking down a lot of lives. I probably should have just gone for a faster shooting in hindsight, but my reasoning for going straight for a 0-0 boat was that that spot is very hard to fit, so if I can fit it round 4, it would be easier for me. So we've leaked down a lot of lives. Sure, we have an extra bit of money, but lives are pretty important on relatively short maps like Swan Lake, as we shall soon see later on in the video. So he's going for a mortar. He tried to force yellows earlier. He tried to force a mortar earlier, but he did not succeed. But he succeeded after. Round 10, both have 2 plants. His both spots are probably slightly better late game, because my destroyer spots aren't looking too good. So he bloom boosts some whites, which I have to boost. Luckily, I no life lost this. So he is probably outplaying now. He has more eco, more boost, etc. But I can probably send him a huge rush on round 13, which I do. It's like it was a tiny rush to force his destroyer. We still don't have don't have our destroyer yet, so he's gonna have to force that soon. So we both go for our bank monkey here. But I do have 1 extra plant which I sell. And I bait a small rush here. And now I send him a few leads, some pinks, trying to force a boost here. Now it gets very close and he leaks around 70 lives. But you see, if he had less lives, then he would have to boost, which is why lives, as I said earlier, are very important. He bloom boost a Moab at me, I just boost this, and I send him a balloon rush instead, which gives me some eco as well. And next, I send him a massive counter rush with some zebras, trying to get my eco up, and I almost die here, but Brian Chess 99 clutches up. So our eco is really good right now. And the next plan is to obviously go for a BIA. We also just send him a small rush around 20 since these layer-ins are pretty deadly. I'm not sure why he sold a destroyer there, because next round 22, bunch of ceramics from the AI. Now here's an important thing. He has 2 boosts left, I think, whereas I only have 1 boost left. So he has to boost here. It gets really close here. I actually don't think I had to boost, but I boost anyway. He has 1 boost left, I have none. And I think his rush here was pretty dumb. He wasted all of his money. And all I did was to upgrade to 1 destroyer more, which I probably needed for the AI anyway. So he just wasted around 5k right there. And again, he's sending some leads, which isn't forcing anything. It almost makes me die actually, but I survive, barely. And the reason why it's a waste is since we are just gonna need all of our destroyers for round 25 anyway. So he boosts round 25. And he has a factory here, but he did cash out a loss earlier than I did, which might be the play actually, I'm not sure. But he is out farming now. And I am gonna sell my thing next round. With boom and then boom. So we are roughly tied in farms. We both have no boost left, no spikes, no bloom boosts. At least, I don't think we have any bloom boost left anyway. So it's just probably going to be round 30 all out. It gets pretty close for him right there. he has to boat pull around 27 Moab, which is never good. We still keep on farming, and we're now actually out farming him. I think, I don't know. We have an equal number of destroyers. Both have 7, and I delay my fac, since if we're gonna all out each other around 30, then there isn't really any point going for a factory, because factories only have a 2-round money back, I think. So it's round 31 and he starts sending now. I think it's probably a weird round to send. I would probably send round 30, but of course I'm a bit rusty and I was just copying him. So he has a massive advantage here, as in he sent those So My Gods way earlier than I did. But it is getting pretty close. As you can see, his So My Gods are getting farther and farther away. But we are popping our So My Gods, which is not good. And it gets really close. He also pops his So My Gods into BFBs. And he's about to die here, but we just die first. Quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I know at the start of the video, I mentioned that this would be a best of 3 only. But after the Blast the Populace game, when it was 1-1, he offered me to make it into a best of 5, which I agreed with. Otherwise, his video would be too short, he said. So we made it into a best of 5. If it was a best of 3, Lokesh would have won by now, because 2-1. He has 2, I have 1. If it was best of 3, he would have won. But it's a best of 5. We still have a small chance. At this point, I'd honestly kind of given up hope. So instead of tryharding, I put on some headphones, listened to some music, texted my friends on Snapchat, and I just honestly wasn't paying that much attention. But, well, we still have a chance. We haven't lost yet, so... But I was just more chill here, since I didn't really care if I lose or win. We are 2-1 down, and he can also pick the next map. So let's see what happens here. So he bloom boots some whites again, which actually seems to be the move, since right there from that round 11 rush he gained a ton of eco, and he also did some more stuff, but he has 1 less boost than us now. So we go for this, and we also have the boost. But he has to sell a farm here, which we send a massive rainbow rush, and we force a second boost right there, which is huge. So we are out farming by 2 plantations. We probably have more eco than him. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for us. But then, somehow, he has more money than me. I'm like, what? And then I realize rainbows suck for their cost efficiency. So I'm like, oh fuck. But at this point anyway, we have an equal number of boosts. We both have no boost left, but I do have more farms. I think he probably has more eco. So he goes for the boat pull here. I go for the destroyer spam, at which point he probably could have all-outed me with ceramics. Since we both have no boost and we have no money, I think I have more money than him though here, because I have 1 more destroyer and a farm. I send him a small layer around 20, try to force some eco, try to force some defense while also getting up some eco. And yeah. So I sent him a Moab on round 21. And I was supposed to time that so it hit with the round 22 AI. But it's fine anyway, since he dies to my fast cooldown ceramic rush. So anyway, guys, it's now 2-2. Final game in our best of 5. I'm going Heli Farm Glue. It's his losing map Swamp. And since he went to Heli strategy on Blasta, his first losing map, I was like 99% confident he would go Heli Glue here. So, as you all know, I am pretty washed. I don't know any meta strategies, so instead, I just copied him. So my entire game plan here is basically just copying what he does, copying what Lokesh does. Because on Blasta, he sent me blues to force my quad darts, so I'm obviously going to copy him here. But in this game, he did not send me blues, which is kind of sus. I think it's probably better to send blues though. Of course, he knows best, as Mr. Top 1 Heli player. Now, I was a bit scared whether to go for my plantation or not. He went for his plantation. No, he did not go for his plantation. Instead, he went for this massive rush. And I also sent him a pretty big rush around 11. But for some reason, the glue gunner is just so OP, man. It just mops up every single balloon I send him. So he probably has more eco than me. He has one more boost extra, so he's definitely hard outplaying right now. But as we know, it's not over until it's over. We both go for a bank here. I miss the end of round 14, which means I lose an extra 30 eco, which is like $1,000 lost. I don't send him anything round 16, since I was a bit traumatized after seeing how easily he defended my round 11 rush, so I was a bit scared of rushing glue. Especially how he wasn't rushing me either, so that's how it goes, I guess. Now we both go for our BIA here. We probably have more money than him saved up, because we have an extra heli and the BFB. So I'd say we are outplaying in terms of money, but he has one extra boost, which is huge. So we send him a BFB here, and he also bloom boosts. I just bloom boost since he bloom boost, by the way. Since if he does this, it's probably meta. So my reasoning here. Okay, since my reasoning here. Also, guys, sorry for that small pause. My laptop automatically switched off since of inactivity. I think it's like 15 minutes of inactivity. It switches off. Well, not switches off, but it switches off its screen. So we have a few downdrafts here, and he makes the optimal cash out of his BIA, which I miss. I think the optimal cash out for the BIA is when you can afford a factory, and I just waited until it was full, which is apparently a worse play. Since I'm outplaying him in terms of money right now, but he somehow had more money than me. So he cashed out his BIA there, I think. But we still have like 12k there. So his play is probably the most optimal. I think it still balances out since of the AC extra eco, but AC extra eco, let's face it, AC extra eco late game doesn't mean shit. So next time I'm gonna follow his play, because it's probably the better play, honestly. Okay. let's keep on farming. We're around tied in farms. He might be slightly ahead. And here I have 3 bars, right? I have 3 bars. And I start to DC. So I message him on Discord, and then suddenly I'm back, which is good. Since if I DC there, that would be very anticlimactic. So he has 1 more boost than me. We are exactly tied in farms, but these regrow leads, man, they are pushing. I have to boost, and he boosts late, so he does end up going down. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had more defense than he did. So if I had to boost, then he almost definitely had to boost. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the finals against Stanoga. See you.